When should you take distributions from your IRA? Well, I get this question a lot. So people are in the retirement phase of their life. They got some IRAs and they're like, I need to take money out to fund my living. All right, that's why you save the money for, isn't it? Yes, it is. So we got to take money out. So when should you take it out? I get this question all the time. And for me, look, I'm just a simpleton. I'm just a caveman. I don't get your ways, all right, of this crazy world we're living in with flying planes and trains that can go 20 miles an hour. I don't get it. So for me, as a simpleton guy from Maine, I just say, just take it out right now. In fact, now's the perfect time to do it. January 4th, begin the year. Say, all right, I need $50,000 to fund my lifestyle. Take $50,000 out. And what I always say to people is, all right, you go on your Fidelity account. You say, okay, I need a $50,000 gross distribution. Send 10% to Uncle Sam, 5% to your stupid governor, and send me the rest. Now, a lot of times, my friends, you'll find that they can't. I mean, this is back in I don't know if it's still like this anymore because I haven't been in the business for a long time. But a lot of times you'll find they can't withhold money to the state. Vanguard, USA used to be like that. So basically say, I want to send money to the state of South Carolina. Like, we can't do that. I don't know if that's still the same thing, but it was when I was in the business. So if they can't, just make sure you send a check for 5% of that $50,000, i.e. $2,500 to the state. So you'll end up with a net of what? Your 10% is five. You'll end up with $42,500 will go into your checking account and spend it. All right. Now people say all the time, yeah, but Josh, don't you know that the markets go up more than they go down? You know, if you take 100 days of the market, 55 they go up, 45 they go down. So by taking money out earlier than you need it, what are you doing? You're leaving money on the table. And I said, my friend, not so fast, my friend, as the football guy would say. What you're forgetting is this is short-term spending. We never want short-term spending to be in the market, ever. I think a lot of people miss this. When the money has got to be consumed in the next year, which is short-term, or this year I should say, because it's going to be consumed in 2025, you don't want that tied to the market. Are you really going to leave that much money on the table? All right, literally, are you? I mean, think about it. Let's say instead of taking $50,000 all at once, you took $41.66 a month. That'd be $50,000 over the course of the 12 months. All right, so and I don't know, say over the course of the year you're up 12%. How much did you really gain? Because remember, you're not gaining 12% on $50,000. You're gaining 12% on 50,000 minus 41.66 in January, 41.66 in February. And by the way, the 12% is all. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. I got pause. Apparently, by the way, it's pretty sweet. I can pause this now because I just sneezed. Coronavirus. Apparently, this white button on my new phone is to take pictures. So I kept pressing the white button yesterday. I said, what does this thing do? I said, I don't think it does anything. And then I come back, I got like 8,000 pictures of myself with big snots in my nose and everything. And I was like, dude, come on, man. Anyway, so just take it out. Be done with it. Put it in your savings, put it in your check account and spend it. If it turns out you took out too much, just use it for the beginning of the next year. No big deal. If it turns out you need more, take more. No big deal. You need $50,000. You always pay to Caesar what's Caesar's. You know what I'm saying? Always, 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 always and everywhere. And then the next year, you do the same thing. No big deal. But remember, we don't want short-term expenditures in the market. That's a big flipping no-go. So don't do that. All right. God bless. Love to hear your thoughts. We'll see you